Do you remember when it was the last time that you were happy playing something? Back in 2006, I was firstly introduced to Resident Evil 4 after watching my aunt playing through the entire game. I remember that back in the day, I was scared about any horror games or movies. I was always running from them, but that day was different. I remember to be sitting on the bed right next to my other aunt and cousin, just watching the whole gameplay unravel as Leon's journey began. We are all super excited. Our eyes were glued to the television screen as we are so amazed by the graphics and the quality of the game as a whole. It felt like a movie night. We are baffled and stunned by what we were presented by. It is one of my favorite memories as a kid. Every night after dinner, we went to my aunt's bedroom to watch she boot up his PlayStation 2 so we could follow closely as he journeyed through the game. And funnily enough, we are not understanding the story, at least most of it, because we didn't speak English back in the day. It was not our native tongue. But even then, the game was so great, we just kept playing and just wondering what's going to happen next. I even remember my aunt saying, "Today, we are going to get Salazar, that son of a bitch." Months passed and I finally got a copy for myself. I was still a scared kid, so it took me a couple weeks to beat it for the first time. And that was one of the most rewarding sensations that I ever felt. The joy, the feeling of surpassing my fear of horror. Resident Evil 4 was the starting point on the horror game genre for me. After that game, I was madly in love with the concept. So much so that I started playing other horror games, and I realized that the darkness and the unknown were always my friend after all. When the game was first revealed, I couldn't believe it. Why? Did that game need a remake? I was skeptical after what Capcom did to RE3 Remake, and Resident Evil 4 is such a gaming culture classic that in my head, it was impossible to complete such a task. Remaking something that revolutionized games to come is not something so simple. People would compare every corner, every cutscene, piece of dialogue. People would be picky. Especially as this game is one of, if not the most beloved game of the entire franchise. They had to be really careful. But when I saw this,
Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
my heart was pumping. I couldn't stop smiling. My feet were tapping super fast. I couldn't believe it. Did they make it? I didn't want to hype anything yet. A trailer can be deceiving, like tons of games that I got disappointed with. So I just kept my expectations rock bottom. I didn't want to get disappointed, so I just forgot about it. trailers and gameplay reveals were being released, I didn't saw anything. I was avoiding any possible confrontation, any minor detail or spoilers. I was going to play at release and that's it. But I couldn't deny that deep inside me, I felt anxious, excited. I wanted to play it so bad, but also my anxiety got me really bad when the demo dropped. I didn't play it because I wanted to get the full experience right away. So I fight against my will, not even seeing a sneak peek or anything. I was just reading tweets about the content creators that I trusted the most, loving the game, saying that it's better than the original. That was just making me feel more and more certain that I was about to play one of the greatest games of my life. But I just got this confirmation after one of my favorite YouTubers posted a picture of him crying from happiness after playing through the whole game. And that, for me, was the confirmation that I needed. I was about to play the finest and most carefully crafted remakes of all time. Okay guys, we are finally here. Oh my god. Guys, okay, so this is the first time that I will be streaming a new game on stream. Watching this is just heartwarming for me. Depression is something that takes the joy even of the most simple things in life. You feel that you're just on automatic, just doing what you get paid to do, surviving, just doing your thing. And watching me being actually happy is something that just makes me look back and see how good things were and how good they can still be. Those happy little moments are rare and far between. I just wanted to appreciate every single second of it. As I'm writing the script, I'm happy because of Resident Evil 4 Remake. Happy because I played the game. Happy to watch videos about this game. I know soon it will all fade away in a couple days, but I'm just enjoying this ride as much as I can. So let's see how Capcom nailed and captured the essence of original Resident Evil 4 and perfected to become this great modern masterpiece. So, before we finally dive into the remake, we need to understand why it was such an unattainable task remaking RE4. That not only changed the game industry itself, but set standards for many future games to come. Before Resident Evil 4 release in 2005, we had many great games that came before it. But we could see a pattern, not only gameplay-wise, but also camera-wise. I'm going to show some examples so we can expand further into this topic so you can understand the true impact that this RE title had.
Freeze. Huh? How did you? I don't think so.
Watching those clips back to back, you can clearly see some sort of a pattern. The way of the camera works and follows along the characters, and also how the lock system for combat was used since then. You can see some attempt of free aiming mode like in Driver 3 or Metal Gear Solid, but they were not as game-changing as RE4 was. Hearing this today feels like nothing. How a simple over-the-shoulder camera change revolutionized the whole gaming industry. That sounds dumb. Well, after playing all those motor games those days, yes, it's way harder to see something so game-changing in this decade. But Because of this minor change, other masterpieces were born, like our beloved Gears of War series, and also Dead Space trilogy. Those are just one of my favorite games. But if you really want to take a deep dive into this topic, you're going to see how we molded future titles that are so acclaimed even after years. Resident Evil 4 reinvented the survival horror formula that it was, at the time, stale. People in the industry and also fans were burned out of the current state and were craving for something new, something to reinvigorate the genre. And when Resident Evil 4 finally dropped, people were going crazy about it. The Resident Evil that we all know was completely reimagined. Fresh gameplay system, a much more different tone to the story, stunning graphics, and an array of weapons to choose. A platter of enemies and bosses to fight through the whole campaign. People wanted an overhaul of the formula, and Capcom delivered. Even after years, the Resident Evil 4 player base is still peaking an average of more than 5,000 players, almost 2,000 every day only on Steam. This game got re-released on so many other systems that it baffles me. The game is so beloved that after the PC release back in 2014, a duo of modders, Albert Marin and Chris Morales, started to develop the ultimate RE4 experience, a mod that was called Resident Evil 4 HD Project. This got so much attention from the community that everyone was eager to finally have their hands on this definite version of such acclaimed game. And after 7 whole years, this masterpiece finally got released. And well, better than just talk about it, let me just show you how much care and love those two die-hard fans enhanced the RE4 experience to its fullest.
Leon. Long time no see.
Something's happened to the people here. Something that might interest you.
This game marked the rebirth for the series and ignited a flame of inspiration to the entire game industry. I cannot stress enough how great the RE4 was and it still is. I can't talk about it here, otherwise this video will be longer than a Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscene, but I strongly recommend you to watch the Sphere Hunter's video about how RE4 changed everything. I think she completely and precisely said every single reason why this game is a timeless masterpiece and its importance. For a game to be good, you need to make a great and compelling introduction, with a great tutorial section teaching the player the mechanics and things they can and cannot do, letting them explore with those same mechanics and set pieces that invoke the urge of the player to continue venturing down the journey. The first hour of the game is crucial for its success. Not all the players that bought the game might play through the first 5, 6 to 10 to 12 hours of the experience, but 100% of them will play the first minutes of it. The village on the original RE4 served as a way to introduce you, the player, to the new game foundations and challenges that we'll be facing going forward through the campaign. Right at the start, after taking control of Leon, you already embrace with new over-the-shoulder camera. The game lets you explore as you experiment with new controls. And if you're curious enough, you might shut down some crows and also getting rewarded for it, teaching the player to be looking for some other crows going forward, and also presenting the new looting system and how it expands upon not only gathering ammo and health, no, but also pesetas and treasures, the new economy system that got implemented. After the game shows how the new combat system works at the first enemy encounter. And right away, after escaping the cabin, you already got thrown at some more action set pieces, facing 3 more Ganados at the same time, showing that Leon now can handle this type of situations. He's not a rookie anymore. As you progress through the village, the game teaches you exploration, guiding you naturally through the level as you explore, teaching you that you can break boxes to get rewarded with loot, introduces you to the save system, shows you more crows along the way so you already know what to do, presenting you to the environment interactions. This first section is a great tutorial that naturally teaches the player crucial mechanics to face the future encounters that this game holds. And after teaching you all of that and letting you experiment with all those mechanics and also getting more comfortable with, the game throws you one of the hardest challenges for new outcomers. The village section, oh my god, this room here is a nightmare for new players. Even the veteran ones struggle really hard in this section. The game just overwhelms you with a pack of zombies running towards you ruthless. This is an action-packed sequence and a great panic horror set piece. You have only a pistol and few resources. You are underprepared. You just learned the new mechanics and didn't have time to master them. So, best thing you do? Run. And the game knows that you'll be doing that, so much so that it will reward you with more firepower. But not for free.
¡Por allí! ¡No dejes que se escape! Vayan por detrás. Why are these people? ¡Bloqueale el paso! What are they planning? Chainsaw. Shit. Son of a...
Yes, you were rewarded for running and exploring, but also the game ramps up the tension and the difficulty, introducing you to Dr. Salvador, that chainsaw in the background, getting closer every time, making you always feel unsafe, like he's about to cut you in half any second. This set piece is a tension bomb, and after killing a certain number of ganados, or certain time has passed, you get the most satisfying tension release.
Oh, la campana. Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos. Lord Sattler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
All of that was only the first 30 minutes of the game. You went to exploring the controls, learn the combat mechanics, exploration, environment interactions to one of the most action, tension-packed moments of gaming history. What a way to introduce you to this new version of survival horror. So, did the remake also succeed in this introduction? Let's find out. The original RE4 introduction, for me, personally, is perfect. It sets up everything you need to know about the game, and it prepares the player for what is about to come. So, remaking this section was not necessary. I think the smartest thing to do was just enhance the tone and flesh out mechanics. And the foundation of what the intro was is already there. Just follow the formula. And my god, they did it with flying colors. Right off the start, they show you a fresh new cutscene that already broke my expectations. I was waiting for Leon's monologue, but I got a creepy video showing some sort of a ritual and introducing a more sinister tone to the story, already preparing the player for this new, more mature aesthetic. And then after that, we finally got our beloved intro, but much more detailed. We could see more about Leon's backstory and a little bit of his struggle, setting up his new arc coming to this new entry. I was so excited watching this.
The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night,
It's such a great feeling watching a game that was crucial part of your life with modern graphics and also storytelling. After I denied some cigarettes because I didn't have sex, a new fresh welcoming changed the intro cutscene. This time, the police officer didn't got back to the car. He went to investigate what was happening, already making more sense than the original. He's a police officer after all. It's his duty. I'm all in for those little changes that make the storytelling even more compelling, allowing the player to get more immersed. Couple minutes have passed, and now we need to look for our Kumbaya singing partner. So, let's go. And again, but not for the last time, oh my god, look at how beautiful this is. The first visual impact going to gameplay is terrific. You can already see a major tone shift from the original and also some really have RE7 vibes, which is a great thing. Here's the difference. You don't have full control of Leon's mechanics just yet. The game slowly allows you to run, crouch, aim and shoot as you progress through the story. It's using the old tutorial section of the game in a much more easier way to understand, being more welcome not only to the veteran players, to the genre, but also the casual gamers that just want to experience the game. That's a smart design choice. Great job, devs. As you go further into the dark woods, you are greeted by some creepy visual set pieces, giving you some storytelling and making the player question what the hell is happening here. Visual storytelling is a great thing to explore in horror games. It adds on to the tension building and helps the game's pace, always making the player immersed. I finally reached the first cabin and I love how slow-paced the first minutes are compared to the original. The game wants you to take every single piece of this beautifully crafted environment in, even if it's still a more action-oriented game like in the original. Here, they didn't throw away the horror aspect of it completely. They embrace both and try balance it out perfectly in some sections. I will expand further as we go, but for now, let's continue. Oh shh.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
That makes sense. He speaks Spanish. Oh! What a kick, dude! I love that here Leon starts talking Spanish as well, and how he grew as a character compared to the first RE2 remake. Just this couple minutes already show a more prepared, well-trained and aware Leon. You will notice some brilliant storytelling bits throughout the entire game and how they expand upon everything. Not only just Leon, the main cast, no, but also the enemies that you faced. Everyone now has a more deep backstory. They gave meaning and reason for everything, which was an arduous task. The original RE4 had so many characters, so many enemies that is crazy. Imagining remaking all of them and also trying to fit everyone into the lore without breaking the pace or the iconic importance of every character. Cutscene ends, and now we got the key so we can open up that what seems like a basement area. Minutes have passed and we're still at the first cabin. Gaming is taking its time. It also helps bring in the tension. You are playing a remake of something that you're supposed to know, but every time something is different, it just makes you wonder, what is going to happen? I don't remember this part. I remember, but it's different. It plays with expectations and helps to hold tension using the horror psychology really well. As we try to open the door, the game shows you that now you have not only a normal inventory, the briefcase one, but also a secondary inventory only for key items, making using them more straightforward and cutting some of the menuing that you had to do back in the original. This is just some really smart quality of life changes that keeps the flow of the game. Opening the door and we got a flashlight. Look at how excited I got after learning that I have one. Don't clip this out of context, please. The house is bigger, guys. The house is bigger. This is my I have a flashlight. I'm so happy. Slowly venturing down this nasty basement, we hear a radio.
Hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
They need backup. I need to get out of here, now. I don't have time. Wait, what is that noise? To come like here, 11 tackles have been... Already 11? Oh my god.
No fucking way.
Oh wow, okay. One of the most brilliant additions to this game is now the plagas appear at broad daylight. Except for this one. In the original, you know that you will be facing them only after Del Lagos fight, at night. But here, the game just got you out of guard. Las Plagas can go out anytime now, but during the day, they basically use the Ganados flash to hide themselves from the sunlight. It's just genius, because you need to kill your enemies fast, but also paying attention if they are not going to rise up again to attack you. But they are faster, and their movement is weirder, making it a little bit harder to hit shots. It's also a great panic horror set piece. Enemy that is clearly dead, running ultra fast towards you in a totally different pattern that feels so uncomfortable to look at is a terrific decision. I love it. After neutralizing the threat, I went upstairs and yes, we have some stealth now. Like in the Evil Within, stealth in this game is totally optional. It helps you to save some ammo and is really satisfying to hit a knife backstab. Killing here is really hard. Right? But after dumping some hours, I realized that stealth is just a gimmick. At first you feel that you need to crouch and slowly move towards your enemy for the final blow. But in reality, you can just run and kill them without making noise or alerting anyone else. So we went upstairs and we finally out. Our cabin part is done. Great introduction so far. Enhancing what it worked and adding some bits to make it even better. Again, in this remake, the source material is being respected. So for here on is the same as the original in terms of foundation. You explore the environment, gather some resources for the village fight, save your game at the typewriter, fight some enemies and get comfortable with the combat system, shoot some crows, save the dog... Wait... Doggy? Oh shit. Doggy, no! And now, what we all be waiting for. The new village fighting section. Look at how gorgeous the scenery looks. The fog, the Ganados are standing there just praying for some sort of a god? You can see glimpses of this coat and maybe starting to piece out a little bit of what is happening here. So here is where the game will put what you learned to the test. Bring it on, game. I'm so ready for this. I played through the original so many times. This will be a cakewalk. Easy. No! Oh. No! Okay. Mistakes happen, right? So, let's just finish the village fight and... No! Stop! Oh. The other... Listen, I don't know if I was the only one, but the game difficult, it was ramped up. I'm pretty sure I might be completely mistaken now, but I was doing my first playthrough on hardcore, and I felt that this game in some aspects can be even more difficult than the original professional mode. This is great. I went to this game confident that it would be a nice casual playthrough, but it might get even more difficult as we progress, and I'm totally okay with that. The village section is such a great way to demonstrate the improved combat of this game. It feels so much smoother than original. Leon's kick feels freaking terrific. Have a listen.
Get fucked.
You can hear the cracks of the enemy's bones as he relentlessly melee the poor Ganado to death. Expanding upon the combat, this time staggering enemies is different. Before, we took one bullet to the head and maybe one or two to the knee to stagger an enemy, so you can perform a melee attack. But now, they can take some shots before actually getting staggered. Some people didn't enjoy this, but I think it makes more sense. It adds a challenge to the game, so you just not only shoot and melee your way through the entire game with ease, but now you have to think a little bit more tactical. Taking some distance because your shots might not have any effect on that zombie is a super welcome implementation. And you know what is also a welcome implementation? The knife. The knife in this game is overpowered. Let me explain why. The knife is used, of course, for melee and finish off enemies. On RE2 Remake, you can use the knife as a defense item like in the RE1 Remake. But here, they expand further and beyond. You can use as a defense item like before, but also now you can parry attacks. On paper, this sounds like the most nonsense thing on a survival horror game, but trust me, here it just cranks up the combat to 11. You can basically parry almost any attack, from normal Ganados to bosses. All of them with different timing, adding a rewarding feeling if you put the timing into mastering. And to balance that out, the knife now has durability, but also you can fight tons of pocket and kitchen knives throughout the game that will be almost impossible for you to run out of knives. So don't worry if that bothers you. And on top of that, the knife durability can be upgradable as you play through the game. But I will be talking more about the upgrade system later. A little nice touch. Remember that you can go up this tower in the original and be completely safe if you stand into a specific spot? Well, look what happens if you try to abuse this on the remake.
Oh, thank you so much. Can I go down? Oh my...
We already talked about combat. Now it's time to talk about the guns. That sounds and feels fucking amazing. If you play a lot of shooters, you know that if the gunplay is good, even if the story is bad, you still play for the pure joy and satisfaction of it. Feeling the shots going through the enemy's flesh, or seeing their body get dismembered as you use the shotgun close range, the sound echoing outdoors as you headshot some Ganados with your sniper rifle. The bullet feedback here is just one of the most satisfying feedbacks that I ever experienced. All the guns in this game, they really pack a punch. One thing that I appreciate they maintain here is that you can use any weapon that you want throughout the entire game without worrying about if the gun will underperform if you didn't buy the latest one. No, the game encourages you and rewards you, the player, for taking their own route, playing the game the way you like. They give you an array of options to choose from. You just choose and do your own thing. And after mowing down a horde of angry Ganados, we are greeted by this great classic cutscene. We did it!
Él nos invoca. Tenemos que servir. Sadler Todopoderoso.
Take the line.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yes! It did it! Oh my god! It did it, bingo! Yes! Okay, dude, I'm so happy with this game, guys. Oh my god.
What a intro. Wow, the devs clearly knew what they were doing here. The way they overhauled the entire initial minutes of the game, making a more fleshed out and intuitive experience, also maintaining the core essence of what it was, respecting its foundations. Everything here works perfectly and just hypes you up for the rest of the game. So enough talk, deep dive into the village we go. So after being abandoned by my Ganado friends, I decided to explore the village a little bit so I could gather some resources. And after packing myself with some nice loot, I found a necklace that had 5 sockets on, and with a tutorial explaining how treasures works in this game. So basically, like in the original, we can combine some gemstones with relics that we uncover. But here you can basically combine most of the gemstones that you find. You basically have 2 types of gems. Rounded ones and square ones, each with different colors that alters the price of each one of them. Also, if you insert a specific combinations of gems into the treasure with different colors and shapes, you can sell it for a higher price. Hey, stranger. I love how they expanded into another game mechanic. This will be a frequent thing happening during the game, so buckle up. From now on, my brain was like, so this is the part of the original game, so how they would tackle this section every time I enter a new area. And I think most of people did the same. Here, this section for example, is pretty similar. We have the Ganados going on with their lives, like there was not a government agent behind them ready to slit their throats. We also have the blue medallions, which are not rewarding us with the Punisher anymore. No, they are side quests now. More specific, merchant requests. Here's how they work. They are blue files or pieces of paper scattered around the map. So picking up that file will show you a merchant request. It's like an RPG side quest. The medallions are one of them. You can also sell a specific type of fish, you can take out more threatening side bosses, and after you're done with the request, you will be rewarded with spinos, which now are currency of the game. You can now trade spinos for special items like gemstones, weapon parts, treasure maps, and more. So always keep track and try to do as many requests as you can, especially on hardcore. The loot that you get from trading spinos is super worth it. Thank me later. Oh look, a new enemy. It is a bull with a hammer. Oh wow, I didn't notice that was hammer time. He's a pretty simple enemy. At first glance, I struggle against him, but when you understand his moveset, you notice that he's pretty slow and his attacks have a pretty long animation. So you have plenty of time to dodge, he takes too many bullets, so be smart with your resources here. So neutralize all the enemies, gather some more resources, and it's builder time. But not really. One welcoming thing that they removed from this game, and for the love of carpal tunnel's sake, quick time events on cutscenes are gone. Yes, let's raise our glasses and make a toast. Thank you so freaking much. So, new boulder section. Check. Tunnel. Check. Dynamite guy that explodes me.
Oh my god. This is so oh my god, this is so dude. Everything's oh my god, I just healed guys.
Check. And by the way, traps in this game? Fuck them. But also, thank you devs for not making Leon take damage from it. If you are lactose intolerant, I suggest that you close the video right now, because it's time for the big cheese. Please like and subscribe.
Let's see. Might not be. It is. Hi Louis! Oh my god, he looks so good.
That hurts, you know? It seemed like you really wanted to talk.
How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke?
You know, those things will kill you.
Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh?
Joder, not this guy.
Who are you? Yeah, stop right there.
Makes more sense. Okay. He's not just gonna kick the guy. Oh my god, it's the big cheese. Oh, he's already gonna infect Leon.
So, chapter ends, and I like that they maintain that. I don't think it killed the pace or anything, which usually happens in some other games, but here it works, and it's pretty nostalgic feeling. So now I really want to show you guys this cutscene. There are so many details changed from the original that got me blown away. Pay really close attention on how Leon is not chatty and so much more open with Lois compared to the original. He's focused on his mission. He was attacked by basically everyone into the village so far. He cannot trust anyone there. Why would he trust Lois? So this cutscene shows that perfectly. Have a look. Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, stop it.
Dude, Lois looks so great.
Got a name?
Leon.
Oh, I have no jacket.
I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is. I can see you're thinking. Bet you've been in spots like this before, huh? I guess you're here looking for someone. One more guess. Maybe some missing señorita?
Young girl?
Oh my.
Now.
All right.
Holy shit, this Leon is so more.
About moving a señorita.
Moving her. Where?
Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church. Hanging with you, not helpful.
Oh my god. Holy moly. Wait, what? Okay. Dude, Leon's a badass. What the hell?
Hey, we're not done here!
Later, amigo.
What a bitch. What kind of kink shit I did walking on? Wait, what?
Shit, they took my gear.
Oh, I have no gear? That makes so much sense, right? Oh my god, I love this so much. Wait. This is so good.
Yes, Jules from the past, I totally agree with you. What a stupid thing to capture Leon Lois and not even caring about taking his weapons away. Yeah, just leave the guys with his whole arsenal. Nothing is going to happen. Trust me. So after the BDSM section, we are into some knife-only situation. But no worries, because we can stealth our way out of here. But not for too long, as I get spotted. And I know that I explained about pairing already, but here's my over-the-top goofy reaction after learning how to parry.
Oh, wow. Oh, if you have a knife, you can parry and attack with space. Now you show me this game. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me, your bitch. Oh! Oh my god, this is so crazy! Oh, this is so cool! Dude! This is so good!
After the Dark Souls pairing sections, we turn this valve that allows us to go under this metal door so we can finally recover our precious gear. And after that, an old friend of ours greeted us. Oh, I miss you so much, stranger. The Martian is the most beloved and one of my favorite characters in Resident Evil franchise. His appearance on the original was freaking memorable. So many videos trying to uncover his identity or what he does, no answers were found. And even after the remake, Capcom decided to keep it that way. The mystery is something that makes a character interesting. When you break the mystery, it can kill it. So I'm glad that we might not know about his backstory yet. So, the merchant, like in the original, is our saving grace. Here, we can buy weapons and also resources. Maybe a guide on how to craft a flashbang. But wait, did you say craft? Yes! Like on other remakes, crafting makes his way to Resident Evil 4. You can combine herbs, like in the original, but also a new item that is called resources that combining with a certain amount of gunpowder can create any type of ammo. Even grenades is something that you will be using a lot. It fits like a glove into RE4 mechanics. Also, you can sell your treasures to the merchant for pesetas, the currency of the game. With pesetas, you can buy everything on stock, fix your knife when it's broken, and also upgrade your weapons so they became even more deadlier. Oh dude, I just love the merchant. His character is so iconic. Sadly, we didn't get the original voice actor, but I'm going to be honest here. Michael Adamwaith, you did a terrific job, Stranger. My god, the delivery on his lines, not only the iconic ones, but the new ones, top-notch quality. Thank you so much for giving life to our beloved arms dealer. It's super hard to take such an iconic and memorable role and make it your own. You had such a great responsibility and you succeeded. Hey, thank you. One small addition to the selling items that is worth mentioning is that now, when a key item has no more use, you can sell it at the merchant rather than just discarding it. I love this small touch. Fun fact, both the merchant and Leon in the original RE4 were voiced by the same actor, Paul Mercier. So, I finished my shopping spree after getting a bigger briefcase and my trusty sniper rifle. And after buying it, I got a scope, free of charge as the man said.
This item, yeah, of course.
Your enemies' sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their heads. Go on, take this as well, free of charge.
Free of charge, really?
You're a man of good taste.
I love this so much.
Now is one of the most classical set pieces of this game, the valley. Did you notice that on the original, we started at the valley and then we make our way into the sewers? Here is the opposite. The game does that a lot. Swapping events to happen early or later, refreshing the experience. It will become more noticeable at the castle section. Too, I will be coming more on that later. Oh, the valley section. A mask of horror and rage after dying over and over again when I was a kid. This is a hard section, and they made even harder here. With the new enemies being more aggressive and the iframes gone, you can easily get comboed to death. Or dynamited to death. Something that can happen quite often, especially into the hardest difficulties. I went down so we can get this party started. Goddamn, it's so great that the pathing is still the same. So I already know that the key item is here in this chest and... oh, they changed that. Clever devs. Really clever. After a lot of real and intense fighting sections, that feel freaking great. Especially after getting more used to the controls, I was just in full ecstasy. It was so delightful experiencing this section with this new enhanced combat. Look at how happy I was.
Guys, oh guys, this is so amazing. I want to cry because this is amazing.
So we got the new key item, got all the way around. I'm constantly hearing the urge of the ganados about eating their own asshole.
It's upstairs, right? Like the...
We turn this crank here so we can escape the valley once more. We open this door, sneak through some more ganados until this happened.
Dude. Okay. Just gonna do that. I think I know what the oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Here, I want to talk about how they improved Dr. Salvador confrontation. Back in the day, he was ultra scary for me. A guy with a bag on his head, swinging his chainsaw like a maniac towards me, it was just too much for my poor young heart back in 2007. But nowadays... he's super easy to dodge, not as threatening. But here, he's just freaking scary. He's much more faster. He not only swings, but also dashes towards you with a chainsaw attack. Not in a completely straight line, no. He can and he will turn and eventually catch you with slashing your guts out. Also, the way he's holding the chainsaw right next to his face, protecting for incoming damage, so most of the time you will shoot at him and will hit the chainsaw. You need to be constantly on the move against this threat. It's a super fast-paced fight. Tension here is always at the roof against Mr. Salvador. A little unlockable here. You can shoot those Salazar statues here. There is one on each chapter. If you shoot all of them, you will unlock an unbreakable knife. So it's super worth it for a second playthrough. Just a quick tip. Time to pay Mendes a visit. His house layout now is different, but we still have the door puzzle and the classic Ganado that just wanted to do his thing in the bathroom, but come on, Leon, let the poor man pee. So I solved that extra locker puzzle they put it here, got the sphere so I can use it to open this door. That led us to another cutscene.
Key. Yeah. Oh no. Oh my god. What a fucking kick.
Blood has accepted the gift.
Ada!
Gift? My blood?
Oh, Ada. Okay, it's time for a real talk. First and foremost, Ada was voiced this time by Lily Gao, and she is a freaking great actress. Also, she got a really tough role to play, our mysterious Ada Wong. Everyone here that got a role into this game had some mad challenges up ahead, voicing some of the most iconic characters on gaming, no exceptions. With that said, sadly, Lily's portrayal on Ada was not as satisfying compared to the original, which had more personality and it was more suitable to the theme of the game was going forward back then. But the thing is, just because you didn't like her portrait or anything else, you're not allowed to harass someone. We criticize so they can make it better next time. It's not only her, there is a team behind this. They approved her lines. It was the way they intended to be. So always use smart and respectful criticism so that devs can take the feedback and make it better next time. Please stop harassment in gaming now. This cutscene had the same idea of the original. One little detail that happens a lot is how Liam just straight up start blasting the bad guy, like the player would do if they saw him. It's subtle, but adds to the immersion. A lovely bit of design. So chapter starts. We go downstairs so we can open this door. And wait?
You too.
Doggy! You're here! You're not dead!
Take care of yourself, buddy.
You're not dead! I thought you were dead. Oh my god.
Oh my! Oh! You got me there, Capcom. You got me good. We went back to the village to see some fireworks. But not really.
Ow, wait.
Passed down through the church that we're going to be saving Ashley later after going through some ganados that was trying to kill us. I found the new and improved shooting range. My god, I cannot stress enough how they improved this. So, the shooting range was a gimmick back then, but now you can actually get some really nice rewards. But how does it work? Okay, there will be a lot of explaining now, so bear with me. Some merchant shop will have an elevator right next to them. This elevator will take you to a secret shooting range. Here, your objective is to play a shooting minigame. you interact with this desk bell so you can select one of 3 shooting tracks. Each track gives you a set of weapons to use. Those ones had infinite ammo, so no worry about wasting your own. So you have to shoot down those pirates to get points. But be careful to not shoot the sailors. You will lose points because of that. Also, you have those little skulls that can appear along some pirates. Shoot them, it will reward you with a bigger amount of points. So it's a super simple minigame. Just shoot down everything to get a S rank. Each rank will reward you with a token. They can be gold or silver, depending on how well you did back there. Those tokens can be traded at a token machine. You insert 3 tokens and will be rewarded with a new charm. Okay, I know it's a lot of explaining, but I need to talk about the charm system. So, quick recap. You went to the shooting range, popped some pirate's hat, got your rank, and now some tokens as a reward. Now, after using those tokens at the machine, you got a charm. Charms are used to give you more stats. For example, more health recover, more extra ammo after crafting, more melee damage, and so on. You can stack upon 3 charms at the same time. But Jules, are the charms RNG? I'm glad you asked, little Timmy. No, they are not. And here is a spreadsheet of all the possible combinations so you can get your favorite token without wasting so much time. You're welcome. Well, that was a lot of explaining. Jesus. One heartwarming touch that the devs made for the speedrun community, which I freaking adore, they put a striker charm, which gives you 8% running speed. That is a homage to one of the most well-known glitches from Resident Evil speedrun community, and it's called the Ditchman glitch. It was such a vital glitch that changed the whole speedrun of the original RE4, and I strongly recommend, if you want to know more about it, to watch Waifu's video explaining the story behind of this remarkable deed that even the devs of the remake decided to make a freaking amazing Easter egg of it. I had to mention this little homage, I thought it was super cool. Now it's time to go fishing. Del Lago section received a really nice rework, but I have some thoughts about it. First of all, I love that you don't use your own health bar here anymore. You have the boat's health bar, so you don't have to use your herbs and waste them mid-fight. I like this change, but remember that you cannot repair the boat itself, making it a little more challenging. Also, I think this fight have way less RNG compared to the first Del Lago, so basically making it a little bit easier for speedrunners and making a skill thing rather than our RNG thing. Basically, you have to hit 18 or 20 spears before he deep dive. Every time he dives back into the water, he replenishes a little bit of health, extending the fight. So I think speedrun wise, this fight is better, but the only thing that bothers me a bit is how cinematic the old RE4 was. Here, you need way more spears to take down this beast, but it feels too fast and is not as impactful. But on the OG, you need to stabilize your boat first after taking a shot, going against the lake on relentless waves as the boat is being dragged along. Every spear felt more earned, dodging the logs, waiting for the time to appear or not. Old Del Lago had a lot more RNG, making his encounter a surprise at any playthrough. The tension was much bigger back there, but at least Leon's leg is not tied to a rope anymore. How the hell Leon's leg didn't break here? After having hallucinations as a result of eating too much sushi and talking to Honeygun, we finally presented by the plaga popping out of the Ganado's heads. I love that you first see the silhouette of the Ganado transformer before he actually shows up and attacks you. It's a great cinematic way to show a little bit of tension, especially now that we are in a rainy night setting. This section here is the first and only semi-open world part of the game. You need to get 2 stone hats to unlock a key that you can use to open the church, and the game lets you tackle this however you want. Exploring this part is super rewarding because there's tons of treasures that can be sold for some really nice upgrades. So I strongly encourage you to do it. And one thing that really got me by surprise. Oh! And also, one more thing. Fuck this puzzle. Getting back to the merchant to upgrade some of my weapons, especially my beautiful Red Knight, because it's boss time again. El Gigante, another iconic boss that also got some little tweaks. Now, a red zealot wakes him up. It's not like in 2005 that you had that over-the-top badass cutscene. Here, this change makes more sense after you read the file that you can collect after defeating this massive enemy. It's a truly sad story about how he was created. And this is one of the things that you notice that has some extra care to it. If you're like me, that like to explore, read files and discover more about the lore of the game, you will be rewarded with so much backstory. Basically, every enemy had tons of files explaining how they were created or on how they turn into such a malefic monster. Mendes is one of the saddest ones that I read. I genuinely felt bad for him. Going to his boss fight, I was just really thoughtful. Also, it fleshed out the meanings and the reasons for all those things that are happening, and they made so much more sense. I will slowly expanding some characters as we go, but for now, let's bring that giant gray thing down. And I mean it. Look at what this big piece of poop did to our doggy. Doggy, no! I'm gonna fuck you up now. The fight is basically the same as the original, but now he can walk as the plaga is exposed into his back. After a couple shots, he falls down into his knees, so we can slash the shit out of that.
Kill this bitch! Dude, good boy. Run, run. Oh my, that was almost. Are you dead? Holy gamoly. That was the.
Thank you so much, doggy. You did great back there. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was expecting about Ashley. Hated her gameplay-wise back in the original, and I feel that she's a little bit bad-ridden. And yeah, I embrace her Leon help memes as years go by, so I was really skeptical about this. I was so in love with this game to this point that I was truly scared that this would be a big step back, but thankfully, and holy moly, thankfully, I was so mistaken. Ashley here in this game, she's superb. My favorite character from the entire campaign, and I'm not even joking. All of the annoying things from her got reworked. She now has so much more charisma. Her chemistry with Liam grows so naturally as you progress. Now they talk during gameplay, not only cutscenes, allowing for even more character development. As you venture through the game, you really start to care and to like her so much, rooting for her like she roots for you. It's freaking cute. Now you don't need to use healing items on Ashley. If she gets hit, she immediately falls to the ground for as long as you want or a Ganado comes to pick her up. But getting rid of the health bar, it is a godsend. And another super welcoming change is that now she can and she will help you in some sections. That's super cool, and I love this overhaul that she got. And also, thanks to Genevieve Buchner, that gave life to this spectacular character that finally got some justice. You did a terrific job. So, church stained glass puzzle time. It took me a couple minutes to understand how it works, but when I learned how to do it, it's just super simple like in the original.
What do we do?
Your father trusts me. And I need you to trust me too. And do exactly as I say. I'm gonna get you home safe.
Okay. Okay, Leon.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Oh my god! I love her so much! Let's continue. So, we go all the way up so we can escape through the roof. Much better than just jumping out of a glass window.
okay, I've got you. Hey, trust me.
No worries, Ashley. You can jump. I got you. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I promise. From now on, it's super straightforward. We're basically going to make our way back to get to the extraction point as we mow down some ganados along the way. Explore some more treasures, collect super important files like the Mendes one that I mentioned before, side quests, and cabin. Ah, the infamous cabin section.
You.
Hey, listen, about earlier.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, I see you found your missing señorita.
Senorita has a name and it's Ashley. You are?
Name's Luis. Encantado.
Great. We all have names. Now then. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Very good questions, unfortunately.
Hide, now.
In that case, here, help me.
Ashley, quick! Over here.
Go.
Okay. That's a better hideout than the freaking wardroom.
Okay. It's game time.
Game time.
Hell yeah.
This was a brutal section back in the original. You basically have to save tons and tons of ammo just for this part alone. And here is not different. The cabin section here is even more brutal. The combat system helps a lot, but fighting so many ganados in such a confined place is super hard. You will get hit tons and tons of times, especially from Las Plagas. Their range is so insane and is really hard to keep your distance. The cabin has 3 phases. Phase 1, you complete after killing 17 enemies or blocking 3 windows downstairs. Or the most painful one to do, wait for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. After that, phase 2 begins. Now you have to kill 5 enemies or survive 1 minute and 25 seconds. And for the third and final phase, you need to kill 8 enemies or kill the bull that spawn, or the last favorite one, survive for 3 minutes. Only use the time strat if you really struggle on ammo. Besides that, I don't recommend that at all. This cabin section is much more rough. I like it, it's thrilling, action-packed. I know I didn't talk about Lois all until now, but trust me, I'm saving for a much better moment. Cabin done, and now another big change. You cannot choose which path to take this time. Yes, it's now a linear section, and to be honest, I like it both. I think they are super well crafted, but on the original, everyone chooses the El Gigante route, so you don't have to face the Bella sisters. And the devs know that. Oh, they know. I love the Bella Sisters section. They are 10 times scarier than the Dr. Salvador, in my opinion. Especially now with the Rainy Night setting, adding more of this horror aesthetic. And the sound of them screaming as the chainsaw swings with all those enemies around. This is a true panic horror set piece. Hearing the chainsaw slowly getting closer, it gives you a ton of anxiety to the point that is scary. I really love the idea of the Bella sisters. Also, here's my reaction on how Leon casually dodged both chainsaws with a not over-the-top maneuver.
A lot of items. What did I say?
Great.
What was that, Leon?
Sorry, didn't realize it was yours. I am flattered. What am a one-lady type?
I think it's a great time to talk about this new take on Leon. He's just great. Even though it's a more mature version compared to the original one, this Leon is packing one-liners one after the other. The Bella Sisters is just one example, but I love this. It shows how much prepared he is, not scared as he used to be back in our RE2 remake. More grown as a character, but also still our beloved badass over-the-top goofy ball agent. Leon was voiced by Nick Apostolides, and this guy is super freaking cool. I saw him playing RE games and he's so charismatic, and you can see that he really loves the game and also to play Leon. Thank you so much for bringing this version of him and how well it was acted. Whole Mercier version is iconic, and it was crucial for Leon to be as good as the original, and thank God they nailed that. I love it. This chapter as a whole is pretty much reimagined. We have set pieces that we were inspired by the original, but they decided to build in a different way. So instead of the lift section, we have the chasing sequence. I think it's super welcome because it shows how Menace is starting to close down our protagonists, and it is a sweet chase section, but can be a little bit annoying if Ashley get hit.
Oh wow, just fucking run. Just run, Ashley.
Don't worry about them.
Go. Ashley, no. Ashley. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ashley. Come. Ashley, no. Oh my god, that was so awful. Oh, Ashley, no.
And here, the game don't waste any time. After this section, you go straight forward to the Big Cheese boss battle.
Mendes boss fight. I can see from the... Yeah.
Cease your pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God.
You're a shitty missionary. You know that.
Oh, Almighty, grant me the strength to crush your enemies.
Son of a bitch. Ashley, run! Hasta luego.
Oh.
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly.
Oh, damn.
This scene is freaking great. You can feel how menacing and powerful he is. And also, I love that he was preaching this thing that comes from his human self, but now is twisted because of the Plaga. Mendes is the chief of the village that just wanted peace for his people. The tragic things that happen here because of Settler is just sad to learn about. The mature tone of this game enhances this feeling even more, and story-wise is much better than the 2005 game. All lore was respected and perfected. The village section is mostly much better. A solid introduction with great bosses and panic horror moments that are well presented to this new version of RE4. This is without a doubt a legendary remake until now. Mendes' boss fight is just perfected. The environment makes more sense now. The upstairs area is more useful to the combat compared to the original RE4. So having the high ground here is crucial so you can shot his eyes that he now has on top of his back. And after dealing with that, the second phase is way more intense. He now throws pieces of the scenario at you by far. At first glance, you might think it's too hard, but when you get the timing, it's super rewarding dodging the logs that he throws at you. Eventually, he tries to throw some red battles at you, and according to the rule 51 of the gaming book, when you shoot a red battle, it will go boom, and it did.
God. Grilled big cheese. Damn.
Leon!
Hell yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. I love that.
love this little detail of actually breaking the window so Leon can get out of there. It gives more agency to the character, adding more layers also to their chemistry. She really worries about Leon. So, the village is done, and now it's time to venture down to the nearly reinvented Salazar Castle. Can't wait. Hasta luego, Mendes. I was so excited to see this new castle section. It has been my favorite part of the original RE4 ever. I always love to face all those religious demonic code as you fight through the castle deadly traps and over-the-top action sequences. Also, here is where we got some of the most memorable quotes ever.
So maybe you have 9 lives, but it doesn't matter now, Mr. Kennedy. I've sent my right hand to dispose of you.
Your right hand comes off?
Say whatever you please. Die, you what? I've been expecting you, my brethrens.
No thanks, bro.
One thing that I love and I also prefer is how old the castle looks here compared to the original. Back in 2005 version, we had a more clean castle with a more vibrant color palette that shifted as we changed sections like the dungeon where we faced the Novistadors going to a more grayish tone with some more really old structures. So you could experience a really nice change between the noble part of the castle and the not so noble one. But on the remake, the castle itself for the most part feels really old and less technological compared to the old RE4. The structures and traps here are more primitive, following the lore and the tone that the game set from the beginning. All the over-the-top sections like the Gatling gun were removed or totally changed to become a more realistic and believable set piece. Quote-unquote believable. One other crucial thing that also made my first playthrough so much less predictable is they switched the order of events from the original RE4. So no more Novistadors after actually getting captured again, or the big Salazar statue section after the mine. No, they switched almost all the Salazar sequence, and it was a really fresh change that after playing through, I couldn't understand why they did it, and I totally prefer, to be honest. But not all the changes are so welcome.
Broken butter. Okay, guys, broken butterfly. I'm not gonna get it, and I will hope that I can get this broken butterfly later. I hope, right?
Yes, I think you already know how this is going to turn out. After shopping for some more weapons and testing them along the way against some zealots, just for fun, and new section, which is super freaking awesome. You enter this creepy room where there are some zealots passing by. You silently go around and... Oh. I'm glad that you asked, Ashley. That is a new Plaga variation, and that was an amazing introduction to it. Also, I like how they made this Plaga way more distinct to the village one. Compared to 2005 version, this worm would only eat your head, but here it can also grab the roof and jump straight to your head. Now we encounter another hellish section from the original, and I swear to God that I pray for this to be remade. But it's basically the same. Just something real quick. I just want to say how much I love when Leon holds up his pistol up close to his face in some situations. It looks pretty badass. Gives me John Wick vibes. So I carefully shotgun my way through the zealots as I shoot down some red battles to make the catapults go boom. Otherwise they will make you go boom. We use the cannon to blast through the castle door so we can finally meet Salazar once more. But before that, look at how beautifully crafted this room is. Fog all over this hall, embracing you at every step. This is a really creepy castle, and they maintain this tone throughout the entire section.
Most warm welcome to my castle. Such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Mr. Kennedy.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon. Allow me to get straight to the point. I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy. How novel. Nonetheless, you see, the girl must be ours. With a girl as the very source, your United States and then the entire world shall overflow with his grace. For that is the iron will of my master, the most holy, Lord Sadler. So then, you will comply, yes?
Never.
You heard the lady.
How unfortunate. Do make sure our guest feels at home, now that he has chosen death.
Dude. Oh, already? Holy shit.
Leon.
Makes sense, of course, right? I'm saying makes sense a lot.
First and foremost, this indeed makes more sense. Just throwing zealots to attack us as we just refuse to surrender. And what a ravishing introduction. Salazar has so much more character here. He's not goofy like before, and his entrance is just so well written. The way he delivers his lines as his body is trying to hide his anger, but he cannot do it so well. There's so much more layers into his first appearance that already make him an intriguing character. I cannot wait for the next time he shows up. But of course, we need to make something clear. Both Resident Evils are clearly going to different directions. So comparing in this sense is totally not fair. I personally love both versions and I'm adoring this one right now. It's a win-win situation where I got two brilliant games to play. And talking about changing the tone, the Garrador section, ooh, what a thrilling horror set piece. You know that this is the Garrador section. So as you venture down the stones, the tension is just slowly growing as you move through the clawed beast lair. I'm a big fan of well-done horror set pieces, and this one is one of them. After exploring a bit, you find your way down straight to the Garrador's embrace. And now, a brilliant moment. You know that he's blind, and the game makes sure to show that to the player. Okay, so let's just stealth our way out, right?
Okay, the chains.
This is such a great moment. As soon as you think about being stealthy, the game slaps you with a big no. There are chains hanging from the ceiling, and it's basically impossible to go through the corridor without making any noise. This battle is so more thrilling. The smart use of environment is still here, as you slowly move to take the shot at his plaga behind his back. I love this section so much. Also, you can stab him with the knife if you want to spare some ammo. Killing him only using the knife will reward you with an achievement. Right after we kill any chains for another Wolverine movie, we regroup with Ashley so we can progress to a new puzzle. Here is super simple. You just have to shoot the stone place with the same symbols that you saw in this metal door, so you can open and collect the sword. Oh, this is the sword door puzzle, but reimagine. Nice. After that, we need to shoot some more stone plates. But to get all of them, I need to jump this chandelier to get to the other side.
Oh, yes.
Leon, what are you doing?
Don't even think about trying this yourself.
As if.
Those little interactions always just put a smile upon my face. They are superb. Now it's time for this Doom section. The worst nightmare of any speedrunner. The water hole. And goddamn, this looks stunning. Look at this lighting. What is this black liquid coming through those fountains? This room is one of the most iconic ones, and here it has such an intriguing design. It's really stunning, beautifully designed, and the difficulty is still the same. Really tough section like the original. Super action oriented. You need to be super fast here and also protect Ashley. Be extra careful with the crossbow zealots. Try to snipe them down as you go. Flashbangs are your best friend. And talking about flashbangs?
My god. Come, Ashley. Please come.
Present for you.
Give me a warning next time?
Alright, sorry, I guess.
Again, those little details. I love those two so much. The waterhole here has a great aesthetic, but they actually were super faithful to the entire design of it. It's still super challenging getting swarmed by enemies from each and every corner. The sniper rifle and the TMP are the go-to guns here, and I forgot to talk about this, but the TMP in this remake is terrific. Such a little piece of metal can bring so much pain to those zealots, it just melts them down like they were paper. And the sound of this thing is just a delightful touch of design. The second phase of the waterhole changed a bit. Now Leon needs to also turn a crank, but you can do it quite easily before piggybacking Ashley. This section of the waterhole is really hard. You need to think really fast as you're protecting Ashley from the zealot's grasp and also worrying about getting clapped by one of those mace guys. Their attacks really hurt. Oh, one nice touch. After finishing turning all the cranks, Ashley just runs back at you all by herself. And as you progress through the game, she will start to do those things more and more, slowly facing her fears and growing as a character. A lovely bit of subtle storytelling.
Yeah, oh, she jumped without... Yeah, thank you, Ashley. You are amazing. Let's go.
Looks like the right place. You okay?
I think so. Instead of worrying about her, worry about your own skin. Foolish little lamb. Temperance, child.
Ashley. Wait! Shit.
Damn.
Roost, come in. Things went to shit.
Indeed, Leon, things really went to shit. Now it's time for me to be picky. Did you notice that Ashley didn't give back the knife to Leon? That was such a missed opportunity to take out a crucial item for a tiny section of the game. Imagine how much thrilling it will be playing without a knife for just a couple minutes. Removing defense of the player can make you feel vulnerable. It's not a good design choice, but the combat mechanics are so fleshed out here that removing it for a bit, it would be a nice challenge. Now it's time for a new mechanic, more specifically, a new item, the body armor. And this time we can get it earlier, and thank God, because this thing here can absorb so much damage that it turned out to be one of the best items of the game. To counterbalance that, now the body armor can be broken, but like the knife, it can also be repaired by our trusty merchant. So always look forward to it. I entered this room, and after exploring just a little bit, I heard a somewhat familiar sound.
Oh, he saw me. Oh, I think I need that.
And there is the Red Zealot, the one that woke up El Gigante last time. All the other zealots seems to be so fixated at him as he preaches Gloria las Plagas. I really enjoy this take on the Red Zealot. As he preaches, the plagas grow, and all the other zealots and also Leon can hear the calling. Some cannot resist. Their heads explode into this new, uncontrollable form. I love that Leon can also struggle because he has the plaga into his body, giving more tension. I really thought that if you didn't kill the Red Zealot on time, Leon would turn, and that would be really intense, but maybe annoying because it can be hard sometimes to neutralize him as soon as you can. One cool tip is that you can wait for all the plagas spawn from the zealots and just end everything with a well-placed flashbang. Ah, that is so satisfying.
Fucking...
We killed the red zealot, got some sort of a torch so we can progress after opening this gate.
So this is locked. Oh, yeah, broken butterflies there. Okay, so yeah, we can go back. That's great.
No, Jules, is not.
You can stop right there, Leon. Wouldn't make me use this, would you?
Well, after 6 years, that is one hell of a greeting, Ada.
You don't seem surprised. Interesting.
Try using knives next time. Better for close encounters.
Not a bad move. Very smooth.
So who are you working for this time?
Oh, Leon. You know I don't work in town. Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what. You walk away now, and who knows? Maybe you'll live to meet me again. And then I might get you that greeting you were looking for.
You think I'm gonna give up that easy?
Right. How about we continue this discussion another time?
As you can see, I was super happy seeing it again. Even though after playing and having some thoughts about it, yes, I think Ada's performance could have been better. It feels her delivery is a bit colder than what Ada would do. You cannot see intriguing details like the other characters presented to us. I really don't know what happened on the process of writing this character, but I truly believe that if we got the Separate Ways DLC, Lily will do an outstanding job. She's a freaking good actress. It just needs a good script and also a good director. The voice actors alone cannot pull this off. They need a lot of information so they can work with to make a great and a memorable character. But besides all of that, I can't deny that it's still amazing to see Ada's return. Thank you so much, Lily. I truly appreciate it. Talking about appreciate, look at this, another brilliant intro for the new type of plaga.
Oh no.
What a great moment. I pulled my sniper as quickly as I could, just to hit a precise, deadly headshot, popping their heads off, but no, they're still running at me. What a great fight. You need to shoot down the plaga. Doesn't matter if the zealot is dead or not, the adrenaline rush after just realizing that is just genius. So far, I'm loving how they change all the plagas to be more memorable. We have a little small chat with our best friend, the Merch, before we get to the supposed clock tower? Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a new section, but I think this is the equivalent to it. So much so that I thought the remake would cut content, but thankfully they didn't. They just changed the order of everything, as I mentioned before. Hello, Jules from the future here. Just want to state that this is not the clock tower, and I will explain the clock tower section later. Just to be clear. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. If you enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Have a great one. This section is okay. I'm going to be honest, it's some sort of a labyrinth with some lever puzzles, but I didn't find to be that engaging compared to some other sections. It's pretty straightforward, and the only thing that is worth mentioning is the armored gigante on the top of this tower. I was not expecting that, and thank God we didn't need to fight him as well. I think it would be too much for this section. Dragging this part here would not be so pleasant. So, use this cannon to defeat him, but not for too long.
Oh my god. Oh, he's not dead, of course. Makes sense. Or he is.
Sorry, I've had my fill of you guys.
So the labyrinth has such a beautiful scenery. I remember being super scared about this part because of the hellhounds, until I learned that if you turn the camera upwards, would give the dogs a hard time hitting you. But here, it didn't work. I tested just for the giggles. But before we dive into the labyrinth, let's watch this lovely cutscene.
Oh, Ashley. Oh, it's Ashley.
Let's stay back. I might hurt you again. I'm so scared. When that happened, I wasn't myself anymore. I was something else.
She must have been terrifying. I know.
You too?
It's okay to be afraid, you know. But you can't run. You gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
I don't know if I can.
You can. Just give me a heads up before you stab me next time, okay?
Leon, thanks.
I don't like to repeat myself, but this approach about those two here are so much more impactful. You really care for Ashley in this game. She's not annoying, and those moments adds so much to it. They are bonded by this terrifying plaga that is slowly growing underneath their skin. It's just good writing with well-directed and voiced characters. So to the labyrinth we go! Here is basically the same essence as before. Tons of deadly corners with hellhounds ready to get the jump on you. Ramping tension, keeping the player alert at every turn. The objective here is pull some levers so you can drop those flags that will unlock a gate so you can progress further. The pistol is very efficient here, but don't be afraid to shotgun your way out, especially at the second phase, after pulling all the levers. Tons of zealots will spawn going straight to Ashley, but don't worry, you have plenty of time. Just don't shoot her like I did.
Oh, I shot her. Fuck. Yeah. I didn't knew I could shot her, to be honest.
We enter another beautiful room, and now it's time for some more exploration. I found some doors that led to various different rooms, but I could choose in each order I would like to explore them, so I just went with the flow, and here's what I did. First, we entered the new armor room section, gathering some items and listening to one of my favorite pieces of dialogue of this game.
Hey, Leon, there's some armor. Bet you could use it like a bulletproof vest.
Little old-fashioned for my taste.
Too bad. I think you'd look pretty dashing.
I dropped down this arena so we could get the lion head, and of course, like every other game, the enemies woke up from their slumber after Leon's getting the key item. Classic. The armor section is pretty much the same, but now you can shoot the plaga that is kinda exposed going off the armor. Shooting that will make the helmet break so the plaga can be fully exposed for a clean shot. Really great addition is that now Ashley will help you in this battle. There are some torches hanging near the edge, so if you go where Ashley is, she will throw down those same torches as the flames will stun enemies, so you can proceed with a nice melee, also exposing the plaga. Ashley being the MVP here. Going through this hall full of armors was one of the most tense sections. I swear I was waiting for something more. And I bet most of you were as well.
Way more bearable. Are you guys gonna... You know?
I think they're gonna move, do you?
Maybe.
Now it's time to go back all the way to the broken butterfly location. I really love that the devs kept that location. They just forgot to keep the gun as well. I will not forgive you for that, Capcom.
But hey, basically... I didn't got the broken butterfly for free. I got scammed.
So we went all the way back to continue our quest to find other animal keys. So I took Ashley to dinner, and after no one appeared to serve us food, we left without giving any tip. At least we found another key on our way out. Oh look, the bridge from the game for 2005. Again, they remembered to keep the bridge, the treasures, the enemies, but they forgot about the rocket launcher. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my playthrough is ruined. Now we have all the keys. Let's just see what happens.
Leon, the stairs!
Stay back.
Oh.
Run. Now!
Oh wow, I want to do that in gameplay as well.
Yes, I really want to do that during gameplay. Please, devs, where's the DLC? Finally, time for Ashley's section. I was curious to see how the devs would remake this section, and here we are. And right off the bat, we are immersed into darkness, surrounded by pure silence. Right after turning the corner, we find a shiny blue torch, so we can see what horrors are waiting for us. This section is filled with more horror set pieces, and puzzles are really engaging. Here, you can really feel how much fragile Ashley is. One hit and you are dead. Really high stakes. The torch here is brilliantly used to light Ashley's path, but from afar, you can only see total darkness. Every step you take is super tense because you are just waiting for something to attack you. This is using a crucial horror fundamental, holding tension and not releasing. It plays with our mind and makes us second guess ourselves constantly. Let me show you a good example of it. Here are two horror scenes. I'm going to show you, and then you will decide which one is more scary.
What is she doing here?
What is taking you so long?
Why are you here? Mommy!
He's coming! You gotta get me out of here!
Who's coming?
Eddie!
What the fuck is that? Mommy!
You gotta get me out of here! Oh, he's gonna kill me! Eddie! Please help me! He's gonna infect me! Eddie! He's gonna infect me, Eddie! Help me! Help me, Eddie! He's coming, Eddie! Eddie, hurry! He's gonna infect me,
Now, for the second scene. I personally think it's the second one. It's just a dark screen, but how many of you were waiting for something to happen? Something to pop out of the screen? It was just a tension holder without releasing. For me, when games use their horror fundamentals right, it's just super pleasant to experience and immerse myself to it. So, we found a bunch of keys, very convenient, and now we are allowed to open this elevator.
Oh my god. Get the fuck out of here! Oh my god. Oh hell yeah.
What now?
We talked to Leon, and now we need to help him, and we will. Yes, actually, we can do this together. Oh my god. We got the answer to the clock puzzle, so we finally progress. Now we are going all the way down to the basement so we can activate another stone plate puzzle as we run from those armored plagas.
It's not good.
This sucks!
It actually sucks.
We solve another puzzle and now more running. Actually, this section is great, leaning more towards horror set pieces with some puzzles in the mix. I think they did a pretty good job so far.
Oh my god.
Ashley, are you alright?
Yeah. Give me a sec, I'll get you out.
Damn.
Hey! Try this!
Can you make it down? I can catch you.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there's a door there. What?
Ashley!
Oh no, fuck.
Shit!
Go.
So, what's become of the Amber?
Sorry, nothing yet. But my little helper is creating quite the commotion. Everything will work out just fine.
As long as you can keep your dog under control.
He's a good boy. Predictable.
Fine. Keep your mutt. But don't come crying to me if you get bit.
Is that Cross or a Wesker? Oh, wait.
Leon, changed your mind yet?
Ada?
Assuming you haven't, I've got a tip for you. Seems like something big is about to go down in the throne room. Babysitting's tough, huh?
Hey, Ada! Ada!
New objective. We need to get to the throne room, of course. I need to see if I can explore Ashley's section as Leo, and yes, I can! Doing so, you get this one-liner.
Yeah, I have to shoot there.
Time to get medieval on your ass.
Yeah, I got that. I got that reference.
Never thought hearing that line in a Resident Evil game. After getting medieval and also finding a assault rifle that gave me some Carlos Hospital PTSD, we are able to progress through the story to finally find one of my worst enemies.
Sometimes you know, sometimes I don't understand what I'm doing. Yeah, let's go. There was a vase here.
Novistadores are back, and they die fast indeed, but they still as nightmarish as ever. With a super fast attacks and grabs. I mean, lots of grabs. That you will be thankful to the devs that you have the knife on this game, because it will help you a lot. And because they die fast, now they come in a much larger number, overwhelming you all at the same time, making it as difficult as the original. They cannot get invisible anymore. They now camouflage, Solid Snake style, using the environment texture, so be aware. At first, it's actually really hard to see them. It's way much effective rather than being invisible. Also because they are now completely silent as they are camouflage. So yeah, the Novistadores here, still the same annoying bugs that will give you a really real headache. So if you like them, you are here for a treat, because they will appear a lot. And it was not for a treat. It was a really tough section. Tons of bugs flying at me relentlessly as they dash with their swift attacks. You have to be ultra fast here. Thankfully, my Red Knight did a job, but one tip that I can give you is to upgrade your capacity for this part. It will make a huge difference for me. We put down those two levers so we can lower this bridge to continue our journey. Look! It's the two Gyarados room that used to die a lot in the original. This room is pretty much the same. You have two Gyarados, one of them have armor, and a bunch of Zealots that will attack you without giving you a break. Of course, that any little sound that you make will alert those two massive clawed enemies towards you, but you can also use them to attack their fellow colleagues, cleaning the room with ease with every deadly swipe of those huge claws. After killing them, you can get two unicorn horns to open this door, so we can finally get Ashley back.
Here you go, and I don't have a rocket launcher. Oh, wow.
Ashley!
Leon, stop! No, don't come any closer!
Are you hurt?
Watch out!
Please, do continue. Do not resist, my dear. It serves only to make your suffering all the worse.
Please, please.
Oh.
Aquí nos despedimos, señor Kennedy.
Okay, he's not using the fucking thing. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Look at that. You can't kill me, bitch.
Hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
This cutscene is way different than the old RE4. They now make Ashley drink from this black liquid that feed the Plaga so it evolves quicker so it can take control of the host. It's a really impactful scene that works really well after establishing a more charismatic relation with Ashley. And then Leon proceeded to be thrown at the spit. It's not over the top like in the OG, but I feel that it has something missing after he grabbed the chain to avoid certain death. Because you didn't see Salazar screaming in anger for the Verdugo to go after Leon, making him expect a boss battle. It just shows Verdugo later, and that's it. He just knows that you are there. I just think the final part of the cutscene is lacking something. So it's Sewer's time, creepy than ever, and also darker than ever. Here is a more frightening section, because as you walk through those dirty waters, this happens.
Okay. There's... I saw the... I didn't have the reaction, but I saw that shit in the... inside the thing. Dude. I just didn't have reaction time.
And now you will be under your toes all the way. This is super nice. The thing is, people had some expectations for the remake leaning more towards horror, but Resident Evil 4 it was never a horror experience. It's a survivor action with horror elements. And that's not bad. No, it worked, and that's why it was one of the best games ever made. So I was not expecting a horror overhaul, but here we got some nice little scares, set pieces. Also, the more mature tone helps with that, making it more balanced. But as you progress through the game, you can mount a pack of zealots with your assault rifle. The fear is completely gone at this point. Leon is a one-man army and can deal with any situation. So I appreciate that the devs are still trying to give us some of those more horrifying moments. even though some of them are not as scary. Venturing further into the sewers, and now is Verdugo time. Now they turn this sewer section into the Verdugo's lab, and here there are fires that expand more on that, giving more backstory, not only about Verdugo itself, but also this environment, which is so iconic. Some really nice touches that make this already epic moment even more memorable. Going through this corridor and dodging his tail whips, we can finally turn on the power.
Waiting for you. I'm so ready for this. Oh my god, look at this! He's so nice! Oh my god.
This fight is still the same, but I like now that the environment have some frozen bits, making more apparent the use of this icy substance that we need so we can do tons of damage. The fight is super easy, just keep running and studying. Your objective is survive, especially if you don't have a rocket launcher. After some time the elevator will be available, so you can escape for good. Verdugo's section was just enhanced, story-wise and mechanic-wise. And actually, it was really threatening facing him, because back in Doji, I was using only the rocket launcher to finish him off, but here, I didn't have one. Going down the elevator, and the Plagas Grove starts to show signs. Leon is running around out of time.
Pitiful little lamb. Your suffering can end, just as it has Frauen's daughter, who has joined us in communion, and now she is of our flesh, of our blood. My faithful disciple will show her the path. Go now. Deliver to these vagrant children their salvation. As you wish.
Oh. Oh! Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Holy shit. That was good. Oh. Oh, Luis! Hell yeah.
I'll make it cheap for you. Feeling better?
Yeah. Seems like it worked.
Bad news? All we've done is buy you some time. The suppressant's effects will wear off all too soon. You ready to go?
Don't worry about me. Ashley is the priority.
In that case, we know what we have to do. Then come, Sancho Panza! Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea!
You gotta hurt yourself.
Hey, that was my lance. Okay, we hurry, I get it.
I love Louis so much! I already liked him back in the day, but they make him so much more charismatic here. Super funny, and also with great one-liners. Louis is a man with a good heart, and we will talk more about later. Let's continue. I wasn't expecting to play the mine section alongside with Louis, and this was a smart design decision. Here they give us more time to know more about Louis' backstory, why he's here and how he got involved, and just having his company along the way as we blast some ganados is just fun in every step. So let's go, my dear friend Don Quixote. So our objective is to get the dynamite so we can blast through those boulders. Such a shame that Chris is not here. Getting the dynamite is a short action-packed section filled with tons of ganados. And I mean, tons of them. Chainsaw ones, dynamite ones, and everything else included. You can run past most of them, but it's really easy to get dynamited to death.
Okay, dead. Get out of here! Oh, dynamite! I died! No! Oh my god, I didn't... Dude, there's so much shit happening.
After some effort, I was finally able to complete this section so we can finally blow up those boulders. And so we can finally progress without any trouble.
Let's go. Oh, run! Is this okay? Oh my god!
Maybe some trouble. Do you remember the double El Gigante fight? Yeah, it is here. And I personally loved how they changed. Now, of course, you have Don Quixote backing you up. And you still can press a lever to send one of the Gigantes to the lava pool. But now, you have to first stagger them with some shots before pulling the lever. After killing one of them, Luis will get some dynamite. And like a badass, we will climb to El Gigante's back, strapping a pack of dynamite to it. You can shoot the dynamite so it goes boom. After exploding, you stagger the El Gigante so you can finish it off with a lava bath, Terminator style. This section is so much more fun. Luis makes the difference, and I wasn't expecting this to be so great. I was having a blast. Buckle up because it's time for a thrilling ride into the minecart section. Okay, I said that the other sections were fun, but it keeps getting better. Basically, now this is our own rail shooting section. But no worries, it's not a Resident Evil 6 minecart on rail section. Thank God it's not. It's way more fleshed out. Your aim is so much more precise, and you have infinite ammo, and again, doesn't use your health bar because the minecart had one for himself that cannot be replenished. Playing through this section, you can see that the devs just embrace some of their RE4 goofiness. This rail ride was so over the top and so genuinely fun that got me smiling all the way. Embracing the OG RE4 is not a bad thing at all. They did it in the right time. Minecart section used to be annoying and really frightening, but here is much more faster and just some sort of a mini game. To this point, all the horror aspects will dial down for a bit until we get to the island, but for now, it's just an enjoyable ride of goofiness and I love it. Oh, so here's where they placed the giant hive. Interesting. I think it makes way more sense pulling this section deep down the mines, but sadly we cannot destroy this whole gigantic thing. Just some bits of it. But if these are all the complaints that I have about this game so far, we are into an amazing pace. We eradicate more of those bugs on our way up, and now it's time for meeting an old comrade of ours. But this whole section here was focused on developing Luis' character and his bond with Leon. It was done with such an excellent pace. So I'm going to let this dialogue and cutscene play all the way, because this is just brilliant storytelling. Enjoy.
Whew. Yeah, we're great.
Phew. I'm beat. Makes you appreciate tech like this.
I don't get you. Why risk your life like this? You don't know us.
I told you. It makes me feel better.
Be straight with me for once.
Los Iluminados. I was working for them.
See? There you go.
Helping the two of you doesn't make up for it. I know that. But still, I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
In that case, you better get serious.
Harsh words for a squire.
So he was working for the Illuminados.
That hellhole. The fresh air is calling our names. Por fin. Gus, if we made it all this way, you know it means we're almost...
Almost what?
Luis! Long time no see, rookie.
Major Krauser? What the hell?
Major Krauser.
Recovering stolen goods. And killing a few rats along the way. Easy work.
Ashley. It was you.
You catch on quick. Didn't I teach you? Knives are faster. Not good.
Krauser's introduction, it was impactful. This time, it didn't felt like he appeared from nowhere. Of course, he had a reason, but killing Lois was a smart way to introduce to the best villain of the game. Yes, I will be explaining more later, but I just want to say that seeing a more realistic knife fight, it was as badass as the original. And playing the actual fight and not being held hostage by QTEs is just an amazing change. Also, you get way more dialogue explaining more about Krauser's and Leon's backstory, their involvement, and how they have this teacher and student relation. Krauser can see deep inside Leon's greatest fears, and we will be exploring that as we go.
Damn.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit. What a disappointment.
Dude.
Not looking good, eh, my friend? And such a loss to the ladies of the world.
Don't talk.
Take this. The key to my laboratory. Go there and remove those damn parasites. Help Ashley. You know, I led a pretty shitty life. But now, eh? What do you think, Leon? People can change, right?
So, this was the end of our Don Quixote. You can see how much effort the devs put into his arc, making him way more charismatic, and also having a greater role in this game. For a moment, I truly had the feeling that because of the care they put into his role, they were trying to make him a long-lasting character into the franchise. Expanding on him in future games, when I realized that he got stabbed, that got me good. Especially after seeing that Krauser did it, and not Sadler. This scene here starts a really important part of Leon's arc. Here, he loses a friend, a person that was the only one that truly wanted to help Leon, to make things right just for once, even after assisting the ones that brought chaos to those that had nothing to do with all of this. Louis' redemption serves as a way to make Leon realize, even after he failed to protect the ones that he cared, the Raccoon City incident had haunted his nightmares till this day. There's still time to change. Just because you did something that in the past that cannot be fixed, doesn't mean that you cannot try to be better for the rest of the journey. Your mistakes teach you to become even stronger. And here, Leon realized that he still have time to do the right thing. Krauser called him a rookie, but Leon's redemption is just getting started. Louis has a great heart. He learned from his mistakes and he tries to make things better even after his last breath. Thank you so much, Andrea Pena, for such a great job. A roller coaster of emotions, or maybe a minecart ride full of emotions. Louis will be always remembered. We are really close to finishing the castle section, and there are a couple sections that I was expecting to see, like
Oh my god, the big Salazar statue. Oh my god, okay. I think we... Oh,
The statue one. Oh, they actually did it. Here, the devs actually combined 3 rooms of the game. Well, sort of. So you have the obvious statue from the OG, but this time is a really smaller one that, funnily enough, had an explosive barrel attached right behind his head. Like, why the inventor of this trap thought that would be a great idea to expose the statue like this? Also, the trap spits flames. And I guess, I can't be wrong, is an homage to the lava room back in the OG. And the third and the last room they combine is the obvious tower that has the elevator to get you to Salazar boss fight. Okay, combining those 3 sections makes sense because of the tone of the game itself. A lava room here would be really out of place, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I think the tower is the same as the original. You go all the way up fighting the zealots, maybe way more zealots as you dodge this massive iron ball with spikes on it and grow up please. Here there's nothing much to say other than that. Until you get into the elevator. Here, if only one zealot jump into the elevator, it will stop. But no worries, because it's also much easier to avoid getting overwhelmed by enemies in these sections like in the OG, and it feels that this section is also much faster than the original. So yeah, the foundation is the same, maybe a little bit easier. So we found our friend the merchant, and now we are ready to fight Salazar. Let's see.
And so, I have delivered the girl to you as promised. Do tell our Lord to not forget the loyalty of his servant, Ramon.
Ashley!
Such a fool, Mr. Kennedy. To have been bestowed with Lord Sattler's...
You talk too much.
Failed!
You vulgar, utterly uncivilized mongrel!
Allow me to show you the power I've been granted by my master. The power of God. The stage is set for the final act.
oh wow.
This fight is a great reimagine, greater than the original. And this is because it makes use of all the mechanics and weapons of your arsenal. You use the environment to get cover. Use the close-range weapons for the Salazar when he attacks you up front, and ranged ones for when he's crawling through the roof. You can also crouch to dodge some of his attacks. This battle is a test on how well you master all the mechanics in your weaponry, making more engaging. And a brilliant way to show you how combat can be engaging even in a 1v1 situation like this one. But overall, I love the new Salazar character, but I think he's super underused here. Back in the original, we had these conversations through radio that got his character more a personality, and other situations that adds up to the fact and the player urge to end him. But here, it feels that I didn't want to kill him like before. I just wanted to see how his fight would happen on the remake, but as a villain, he didn't feel like a threat. To make a great villain, you have to make him explore the protagonist's weaknesses, making him go through a lot of challenges to make the character grow on the story. But here, Krauser did this so much more effectively, making him a much better villain. He kidnapped Ashley, he killed Louis, he took so many things from Leon that has so much more effect that Salazar is just there for the sake of the remake. His performance is great, but he shows up so little, but those moments are indeed memorable. Sadly, I wish we could see more of him. One trick that you can do to cheese this boss fight is that if you got 2 golden eggs that the game gives you until now, one at the lake section and one at the throne room, you can throw both at him as he opens his mouth, to an insta-kill. One act takes basically 70% of his health. It's an interesting design choice. So we collect our reward, go down the elevator, to the catacombs we go. A little tip, if you're playing on hardcore or professional, 2 armored plagas will try to scare you. Those cheeky bastards. After dealing with them, we need to get the hell out of the castle by boat. But thankfully, it will not be a lonely ride.
You look like you've got something to say.
I have something to ask you. But I don't think I'll get a straight answer. Raccoon City. You know, after the incident, the world changed. Try to save one person, 100 others die. I guess I changed too.
You? Leon S. Kennedy. You haven't changed. You just think you have.
So here's my question. Have you changed, Ada? Or are you just trying to use me again?
What do you think? We're here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't think too hard, handsome. See you later.
Story of my life.
Here is where in some sections the horror goes down the drain, and the game goes full Chris campaign from RE6. The island was one of the biggest complaints about the original game. So after seeing all they did so far with the remake, I thought they would just embrace the island as it is. And they kinda did it. Oh, they did it. Island is Sadler's final stand. Here, the game just throws everything at you. Even Ganados with RPGs, but on the remake, they care to explain why they were so well equipped. Which actually helps a bit with their immersion, but from now on, it's just pure action besides some little sections that I will be talking about later. For now, let's just embrace the action survival horror experience. The first challenge of the island, it basically has the same foundation, but here, because we have the new stealth mechanics, I must confess that I saw way better use here in the island rather than the rest of the game. I could stealth my way in silently, killing Ganados one by one, saving tons of ammo even though I didn't have many. I think the level design of the island encourages you to this type of playstyle. Of course, not the entirety of the island, but a lot of rooms. And I think this was a smart decision, because overall the island is the last section of the game, and here encouraging you, the player, to use everything that you learned so far to overcome the challenges is really good design. With that said, let's dodge the spotlights and crawl through the shadows as I neutralize my foes undetected.
Around we go. And hopefully...
Damn it.
Damn fuck.
Maybe not so stealthily. So JJs are gone, and I don't know if I like this change personally. I think JJ had a great impact. Imagine the player just playing a horror game, and out of nowhere, a tall buff Ganado appears carrying a gigantic minigun. I understand the tone here changed, but the impact of those two enemies' introduction had a different wave, and here it felt lacking, especially because JJ was a fresh new enemy, and they just reused another one that we faced a couple times before. So we clean up this section and the other subsequent ones, and one enemy type that I really appreciate the change is that the shield enemies now has a metal shield. I like this because back in the castle, you need to blast the shield with bullets or getting a precise shot at their feet. Here, the games only gives you this option. It feels that the enemies adapt to your playstyle, so you cannot just do the same thing over and over again. Same for the Granados with helmets now. You can see how the enemies get stronger alongside the player, so even if Leon has an array of weapons to use, the enemies also have more options to fight back. And here's an interesting and super helpful discovery. You can actually stealth kill the bull enemy.
I think I cannot. I can! I was not expecting that at all.
So Ashley is imprisoned in this room, and now we need to find a way to free her. So the island aesthetic has the same impact like in the original. They both drastically change both games' pace. Usually those ending sections from any Resident Evil games has the same feeling, and in my opinion it didn't work for some of those games. But here, the island is packed with tons and tons of enemies. It's Leon's last stand. The plagues inside his body is about to finally get control. Not only him, but also Ashley. All the odds are stacked against him. So the island, it seems like Leon's ultimate challenge to overcome out of his past and finally move on. And here you can see how far the characters grow, not only gameplay-wise, but also in their story. They learn with the adventure and they evolved compared on how they were at the beginning. And I think this is the first time in a RE game that I truly love the ending sections. They are really great and serve well the purpose they are going for, even if it's an over-the-top military shooting section. Here we kill some enemies along the way until we find this really hot ganado.
Here. Jump, bitch. Yes! Yes! Like the original. How are you dead?
Slowly walking through those dead hallways. Power seems to be off. We need to find a way to turn it back on. So we investigate. Still pure silence. Just this weird breathing sound. Until it was broken by the sound of this gate that opened after finding this lever. And let's admire how they made this really creepy and marvelous horror set piece.
Look at it! What do you think is... Oh my god. Let's go.
You were there, staring into the darkness. Only the environment sound and a really weird type of breathing sound coming from the direction of the darkness. Remember when I talked about the Ashley section and how horror was used in a smart way? Here, it was a great setup. Even if the game went full action, it still got on the edge of my seat, holding tension and never releasing. And even after I went towards darkness, there was nothing. But the sound, the breathing sound, it never stopped. And this same sound was still echoing in the background as I explored this lab even further. I was just wondering when he was about to show up, but no, the tension was there, never releasing, making this a long, intense section. So we solved this fuse puzzle, entering this room, and after getting the key card, finally the reveal.
What the fuck are you?
Go, run, Leon!
Regenerators, the scariest monsters in the original, and still holds this title even here. The whole setup to this point was brilliant, well crafted, and props to even pulling this off, even though I was packing a big arsenal. Usually this takes out the scary factor because you can deal with anything, but this section it still gives you this doubt. and after finally facing the new regenerator, you can see that he is an unstoppable force, stronger and faster than ever. A monster with thick skin that bullets seems to not have make a single scratch. This fight is intense, and one little detail that I appreciate is that now, after doing some damage to him, you can see orange glowing hearts that pulsate, so you can shoot them to kill him even quicker. It's a nice touch, especially now that I don't have access to the thermoscope. That will be a crucial item for this section. So now that I have a keycard, I might just go and find it.
Yeah, now I can do that. I understand.
Ooh, the freezer. Here's where we supposedly find the thermoscope, so I assume that it might be behind this door that is locked, and to open we need to solve another fuse puzzle. Okay, that seems fair. I did one back there and it was super simple, so...
A few moments later.
Okay, this is taking quite a while, but I think I got it.
3 weeks later.
My god, how do you solve this? I try every single possibility. What the
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
It took me precisely 25 minutes and 2 seconds to complete this menace of a puzzle. Even the regenerators in the room were tired of waiting for me. Okay, Leon buddy, I know it's hot, but you got this. I know you got this. Oh, come on, Jared. He's here for like 85 hours or something. Dude, I told you. Number 2 goes 2 times to the left, and number 3...
come on, Jared. He's just trying his best.
Oh my god. I just want to finish this. I have lunchtime. I'm starving right now.
Yeah, I'm also starving. Leon, can you finish this, please? Because we are both starving here, you know? And,
For real, fuck this puzzle. And for my mental sake, after finally done it, I was rewarded with an MP5. Was I happy? Kinda. But I wanted my thermoscope. But it was not long for me to finally be rewarded. My prayers were finally answered. And we finally got our thermoscope. And here we got some sort of a tutorial on how to use the thermoscope to kill regenerators. This is a great idea. We need to find a wrench to open this terminal. But the wrench is inside one of those regenerators that are in deep slumber inside those pods. So I need to use the thermoscope to see which one has the wrench stuck inside of him. It's simple, but it is a really good idea, is teaching the player to use the thermoscope and also experimenting within the section. It's a great bit of design. Also, when you use the scope, you don't only see the wrench, but you also see the regenerator's hearts, the glowing ones that you see from the other confrontations. Now you have a way to destroy them right away, making the fight faster and more efficient. So, we neutralize some more enemies, use the wrench to open up the terminal, and now we have a level 3 keycard. It is now finally time to save Ashley.
Ashley.
Ah, finally.
Shit. You're gonna be okay.
Oh wow, stylish.
Leon?
Sorry I'm late.
No. Thank you. You brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
He was worried about you. Till the end. Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
For Louise we go. I help Ashley go through this gap inside the wall. And
I'm pretty much a master of unlocking.
I got the reference. I got the reference.
oh, that's so adorable. My god, this is just great. So we once again stealth our way through, shoot some more Ganados, let Ashley get captured?
Wait, where? Like, I thought she was upstairs. Wait, what the fuck? Come on, dude.
Rinse and repeat, I guess. We explore the sewers, solve this door puzzle, and we find the Iron Maiden. Now, every time you kill a regenerator, they have a chance to turn into an Iron Maiden. But he only has one heart inside his head, so a precise headshot with a weapon that has penetration is all you need. I like this change, because it turned a menacing enemy into something even scarier. You never know if he would turn into an Iron Maiden or not. So, giving more options to the enemy to fight back and changing the way you need to approach the next conflict is always a good design choice. Great job, devs. So, we kill the Iron Maiden, explore the sewers, grab some more ammo, sang some rock classics,
Ruby, 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 Ruby,
and shot Ashley in the head? What kind of script is this?
No!
Oh my god.
So, we did it all over again, shooting some bad guys, making sure to not headshot Ashley again. We helped her getting out from the grasp of the Ganados and we crossed this bridge. Sadly, the regenerator didn't have the same luck.
Please, get out. Get off. Get off. Get off. Yes! You are so fucking cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Dude, Ashley's so much. Dude, Ashley is the baddest.
Dude, Ashley is just a freaking badass. She purposely waited for the regenerator to walk through the bridge just to let the crank go. Fearless, charismatic. She's just amazing.
Dispose off. Wrecking ball. You guys ready for the wrecking ball?
Oh, I see. The Wrecking Ball section. Reimagine, I must say. Now, we have way more room to fight the enemies, and Ashley is the one that is dealing with the wrecking this time. We just need to focus on protecting her, which is not a nightmare like in the waterhole, but don't think it's that easy. You will be attacked from every single corner, and always be careful about the platform. There will be rocket launcher Ganados ready to do massive damage, but use your weaponry without remorse, and you'll be fine. One cool little trick, you can use heavy grenades to speed up the process of breaking this wall here. So, if you're struggling, just chuck 2 to 3 grenades and let Ashley do the rest. Now, with our path finally open to the elevator we go.
I remake.
You know, I was thinking, we work well together, don't we?
I guess so.
Right? Maybe someday I'll become an agent like you.
Maybe.
What do you think? We could protect the US from any and all threats.
Is that right? Well, either way. First, we have to make it out of here.
You're no fun.
Yes, Ashley, you will be an agent just like me. Please, Capcom, you know what to do. Upon entering this room that was full of stones which looked like more meteors, we stumbled upon the Holy Body. And upon examining it, Settler finally showed up.
Oh.
Prostrate yourself. This is our holy body. Our divine providence ensued. Such profound blessing for all. Lost blood. Welcome, my children. I am Osman Sattler, the speaker for our Lord.
Tell someone who gives a shit.
Foolish lambs. Why do you deny grace? Now, abandon your body. Obey. Obey the voice of our Lord. Sweet child, do not resist. Pray forgive these wicked sinners. My faithful disciples shall deliver to you your penance. Now, child, you need not be afraid. Submit your body and release yourself from fear.
Yeah, the gun jammed. Oh, wow.
Sattler is interesting because he, like Salazar, doesn't appear that much throughout the entire campaign, but he's still there in the hallucinations and some of the files you collect along the way. He's also responsible for all this madness, and still, I think he's a okay villain compared to Salazar. You see, Osman is the cause from all of this. So he causes direct struggle to our protagonist, so he can overcome and grow as a character. That's why he feels much more important to the story than Salazar. And again, such a shame, because he's such a memorable character here that I just wanted to learn more about it. But yeah, having a lot of villains in a game is not an easy task, and all Salazar appearances are a joy to watch, in my opinion. Now it's time to rescue Ashley once more. But before that, we need to deal with an old friend of ours. And as we progress to the boss fight, we can read files about the Javier operation and how Krauser and his team capture Ashley. Here is basically where some Krauser's backstory is presented, making this battle even more epic. Again, when you're playing this, always read through the files. It will make the experience much more pleasant. So, it is time to face our Major, the man who trained me, who teaches everything that I know, student and mentor. It's time to overcome my master.
Ah.
I've been waiting for you, rookie. Oh, worried about the girl, is that it? That's just like you. You always had poor judgment. But if you think I'm gonna let you out of here alive, you're even more naive than I thought. You can't save her. You can't save anyone.
Give it up, Krauser. Being a lackey for these maniacs won't bring your men back. And what the hell for? Revenge on the government? You think they would want that?
Revenge. You think I'm doing all this for revenge?
Isn't that what this is all about?
See, in that jungle, I had a revelation. The most important thing in this world is pure, unadulterated power.
His Virgil.
Illuminados have given me that.
You know, you were always an asshole. But at least you had some kind of code. Some honor. And look at you now.
Enough reminiscing. Move out and draw fire, soldier!
Krauser's fight is a roller coaster of emotions. This is the greatest boss fight of the entire game. Much better than the original. Back in 2005, Krauser just appeared, and that's it. Here, there is a realistic, fantastic build-up leading into this moment here. As they are both fighting, they are talking to each other, remembering the past. Krauser is still pointing Leon's mistakes, like he still cares for him. Even though he's controlled by the power of Las Plagas, it feels that Krauser here is teaching Leon his ultimate lesson. He wants Leon to succeed, to overcome his fears. Krauser knows that he's capable of, and the emotional weight that this fight brings to the table just makes every line count.
You better hustle! Who knows what's become of the girl?
The second phase, Krauser is hiding corners, waiting for Leon to pass. It was catching me out of guard every time, so I learned that I need to be extra careful. Not only focus on killing the trapdoor away, but watching my surroundings as I go.
Wow. I was not
This section is great. You need to go from cover to cover, but Krauser's explosive dots actually blows the cover, so you need to think fast and move. This is a lovely bit of design that makes this section a bit more interesting.
Flying colors. Here's your medal.
So we pass with flying colors, and it's time for round 2. Now I already knew his moveset, so it was a little easier to dodge some of his attacks. Of course, I took some hits, but it felt easier. Leon also was more confident here, responding back in a different tone. Leon was changing, overcoming himself. But sadly, Krauser lost it.
Done here, Krauser.
I told you. Again. And again. You're too soft to do what's necessary. That's the difference between you and me, Rookie.
Damn.
Time to finish your training.
I can't stress enough how better this fight is. Now we need to guide ourselves out of the catacombs that is covered in darkness. But as we go, we can hear Krauser. He feels like a predator. The atmosphere that this section brings is just marvelous. But this time, I was a little bit more aware.
So that's your true power? Oh, I'd ask for a refund.
Leon, please.
Oh my god, Leon, that was brutal. Oh. So we eventually got out of there to finally fight the final section.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Not done. Last lesson starts right now.
Nah. Time for the teacher to be taught.
Oh, such confidence. Bring it, Rookie!
You fucker.
Here we are, the final battle. Krauser now has 2 arms mutated, and that came with a whole new set of moves. He's super fast here. His attacks are insanely hard to dodge, to parry, even on hardcore, so movement is key. Try to use the stairs to get more distance so you can have some more clear shots. This battle is intense. You can see how Leon was at the beginning and how he is now. This was a true battle, not just outside, but also within Leon's mind, facing his demons as he's facing against his mentor. I truly love how well they remake this entire battle to feel this glorious and impactful in Leon's story. Krauser is one hell of a villain, and I truly hope we can see an Operation Javier DLC of some sort, because I really want more of this backstory. Krauser is outstanding in this game. Sadly, all good things had to come to an end.
Bitch.
What you have to do. That's right. I trained you well. Leon.
That you did, Major. That you did.
Yes, we now have Krauser's knife. Do you remember when we were a kid and there was a lot of rumors in the internet talking about the after Krauser cutscene, Leon has the Krauser knife, and people also tried to prove telling the knife now did more damage? My god, I was a true believer that I always got the Krauser knife back there. But no, it's not true. But here it is true. My god, I was feeling like a happy kid all over again.
Now we get the fighting knife? Really? Oh my god, wait. One-of-a-kind knife custom made for fighting is both razor sharp and highly durable. Of course I'm gonna use the dude, this is something that everyone back in the day was like, oh, when you kill Krauser you can use his knife on the back in the day, right? When this game was released, but it was a lie, of course.
We are so close to the end, and you can feel it. One detail that I didn't mention yet, but look at Leon's arm. You can see that the Plaga is so close to take full control of it. He adds up to the tension so well. And it is also details that you can see the care that it was put into the craft. So it's time for the worst section of the game for me. And even at the remake, I just hate this so much. There is so many enemies here, that is crazy. You will run out of ammo here if you try to kill everyone. So let the heavy work for this guy here.
Oh! He's here! I have backup. Oh my god.
I owe you one.
Hello, let's go, Mike.
Mike is back, baby! Dude, Mike is such an iconic character, and he just showed up for a tiny fraction of the game. Here, he also got one hell of introduction, blasting all the ganados and helping me to do this last push against those freaks. And of course, he does that delivering his great one-liners.
Oh my god.
So, me and Mike just blast through the enemies. I guess maybe it's just Mike. But our backup was about to expire soon, because we have now to destroy this anti-air artillery, and to do so, we need to shoot our way up the stairs and use the turret to destroy it. But the path that we have to take is insanity. There is so many enemies, and I had so little resources. It was a slowly grind to the top. And of course, after dying a couple times, I barely did it. What a nightmare. But I can give you a valuable tip here. If you are struggling, like I did, you can throw one heavy grenade at the artillery and one normal one, so it gets destroyed. Yes, I did in the worst way possible. So don't make my mistake. Please, because it was not pleasant at all. Oh my god, I hate this section, but we're almost done. Mike opened up the path so we can take out those two turrets, so we can activate those levers to open this door to finally finish this nightmarish section. I personally hate this section, but after practicing this speedrun for a couple hours, I truly despise this section. So we make our way upstairs for another tragic goodbye.
Oh no.
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me. I know a good bar.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, keep your head down. Nice and slow. What? Damn it!
Oh wow. Now people have more reason to hate Novistadores.
Mike is so freaking great, and even in the remake, they capture his essence super well. Such a shame that he doesn't have more screen time, but I appreciate the backup, friend. So we kill some more Novistadores, break some medallions, and found more regenerators. I like this section because you have all those body bags hanging through the ceiling, and some of them have a regenerator inside. And if you stumble at it, they will wake up from their sleep and attack you. It's a really scary sequence because you don't know which body bag has the regenerator on. So you just carefully try not to touch any of them. But you can bypass this using a thermoscope to see which bags there are hidden. That was a smart trick. And one little thing that happened that was truly not expecting, if you are low on health, Leon is going to run slower. And here, I need to turn this crank and run before the door closes. And I could not do it because I had no health. I got soft lock. I was truly surprised. After restarting checkpoint and finally succeeding into going through this door, we are at the last line of Saddler's defense. And it's basically more of the game throwing everything at you. This section is just pure chaos. You have to slowly neutralize enemies as you go, and you have to deal with everything. Shield guys to Novistadores, brutes, RPGs. It's just chaotic in an amazing way. And it will take some time, so just bless everyone as you go. Shotgun and sniper are your best friends here. And yeah, I think this is great. The game is throwing everything at you, but the mechanics are so great. But even though I said that I despise the section, it was not in a bad way. It's just because it was really hard. I'm just making fun of it. Because inside, I was having a blast. I love this endgame. This endgame is great. Resident Evil 4 has the best endgame from the entire series. Not joking, I love this endgame. Usually the endgames on Resident Evil games just go downhill, but here, my god, the combat is so good and still some intriguing story bits that it just keeping unraveling as you go, so it's just freaking awesome. So after we finally managed to overcome this madness, we are finally at the end.
My child.
What do you want?
I simply wish to share this gift with as many as possible. A humble wish, don't you think? You see, we are all connected through the holy body. And now your flesh and bones, your very thoughts, are already one with us.
Bullshit.
Why do you reject serenity when you need only accept the sacred gift? Like she did.
Sadler!
Ah, yes, the time has come for this lamb to join our covenant. Oh, blessings unto him and the sweet mercy they bring. Exalt all and let it be so.
Leon! Go!
Oh.
Ashley.
Leon asks Kennedy, a rookie that on his first day at the job somehow got involved into the horrors of the Raccoon City accident. Trained through the secret government program to become an agent prepared to deal with any threat, making friends and foes along the way, tasked to save the president's daughter as he faces his nightmare once again back on a village in Spain. This was some sort of Raccoon City all over again, but this time he was prepared, but not ready to face some more losses, to face his friends, to be infected. But even then, he kept pushing. He overcame everything. Even though he also lost so much in the process, he's not a rookie anymore. This time, it was different.
This time, it has to be different.
You go first.
No way. Like I told you, I'm gonna get you home safe. Here goes nothing.
Oh my god. Aww. Dude.
Ashley. Ashley.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I thought you were gonna die.
Okay. You did this.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this. Can you stand?
The map?
Yeah, I found it. I think it says we can get out if we go this way. Hey, we're a team, right?
Keep this up, I'll be out of a job.
Now let's finish. Let's end this masterpiece of a remake. Sadler needs to pay. So after explore Louis' lab and make my way back to the main hall, we face some more Novistadores, as we found a friend that helped us so much in the campaign, and for one last time, I packed myself with some goodies. Thank you, stranger.
Stay here. I won't be long.
Okay.
Oh my god. Speedrun Leon.
Ada!
Ouch!
Ow. I think we're not gonna have a Separate Ways DLC by the looks of things.
Ada is dead.
Sadler!
Oh wow. They're gonna face it together? Oh my god, please! Me and Ada fighting together, let's boss battle. Please!
You have forsaken holy body. The bright dirt to become one with us. Absolution.
Oh god.
Dude, this cutscene is so epic, and the way they teased fighting alongside of Ada was just great. I could see that she flew away in the background, but I think she, of course, going for the rocket launcher, so makes sense, right? But dude, that tease was really good, I must say. Here they perfected this boss battle. It still got the same idea, shoot down some eyes and knife the eye from his head. But here, the arena is huge and the scale of this fight feels more intense. So the impact of the final battle is more apparent. It is a great boss fight, even though there is some Novistadores trying to kill you, but you have a lot of room to fight them and it feels super great. Also, the Novistadores here, they seem to be a little bit weaker in terms of attacking you. They don't attack you as often. And also, Sadler's attacks will kill them, so don't worry about them that much. This battle is just superb. It actually feels like last battle. Leon just overcame everything and now he's so much more confident. You have this urge of finishing off Sadler for all the terrible deeds that he committed. My brain was just doing the happy chemicals all the way.
Oh. He's not dead, dude. This doesn't look dead. Yeah. Wow.
I'm getting sick of your shit.
Oh, holy fuck.
So here we are, Saddler's final form. And it's actually super simple. Just shoot and dodge tentacles until this happens.
Yes! Ada! I love you! Where? You bitch! Yes! Oh my god.
I'll give you a holy body.
Holy. Oh. Damn, what a punch. Dude, look at the size of fucking Saddler. It grew a lot.
Ada, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing personal, Leon. Luis and I had an arrangement. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. Ride's here. You coming?
Oh.
I think we both know this is where we go our separate ways.
Oh!
I see. Better get a move on.
Cute.
Until next time, Leon.
Leon! Where's she going?
Who knows?
I don't understand. Why would she just...
Gotta move. Island's gonna blow.
It's gonna what?
Yeah.
Time sequence section for the win. So we need to escape the island. And before I talked about the jet ski, look at this. You can see now all the Ganados are freaking out because we kill Saddler, their leader. The Plaga has no control. It doesn't have someone to guide. Seeing the aftermath is a great visual storytelling detail that I really appreciate. Now it's time for one last ride.
Okay. Because I love Ashley, dude. Okay, let's go. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck. Boulder. Going through. Let's go, guys. Oh, that's insanity, dude. Got it. I can see the light. It's there.
You alright?
I'm not sure that was insane. Mission accomplished, right?
Mission accomplished. When you're home safe.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it.
You know, I could put in a word with my dad. Have you assigned to my detail, if you're interested.
You don't need me. You proved you could handle yourself. Even if you could use a lesson in knife safety. Come on. Let's go home.
Let's go.
Condor 1? Roost to Condor 1, do you read me? Come in. I said come in. Is this thing even on? Leon. Leon, are you and Ashley all right? Where are you? Come on.
So, credits roll, but where is my laser section, Capcom? Why did you remove them from the game? I was so sad when I realized that. My god, how dare you? Jokes aside, of course, they removed some things as well, like the U3 boss, but they also said that we're going to get more DLC. So, who knows? Maybe they are just waiting for the right moment. And if they are not, that's also fine. Resident Evil 4 was a fantastic game. I was so skeptical about everything they were releasing, but we got an amazing game. I think this is a truly masterclass of remake. Everything was enhanced mechanically to story-wise. This is the definitive edition. I personally, of course, love both games, but remaking something that was so insanely beloved and succeeding at that is no easy task. Damn, those guys knock out of the park. What an enjoyable ride full of emotions. A revisit to my past that I was buried deep inside my memories. A nostalgia trip that warmed my heart and gave me a reason to smile one more time. Thank you so much, Capcom and the dev team. You gave me enough light to continue this path, reigniting my passion about one thing that I truly love. Games. Whew. What a lengthy video, my god. If you watched the whole thing until now, thank you so much for this. Those videos take a long time to make and I appreciate every single one of you that take your time just to watch this. It means the world to me. You guys are just freaking awesome. So yeah, that was my take on this amazing crafted masterpiece. What do you think about it, guys? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments and let's expand the discussion even further, always with respect. Again, I appreciate you guys being here and I'm open to any type of feedback. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, stranger.